I just lost my microphone. Hey guys, it's Danny Irizarry, and this video is going to be a little different. Forget the fancy background, fancy logos. And if you haven't had if today hasn't been your best day, maybe don't watch this video right now, because this likely isn't going to be a super uplifting video. But I want to talk about, I want to take a moment just to be really brutally honest about acting. Because, I haven't talked to anyone, I haven't met anyone, I haven't seen any videos where people are totally, explain what it actually feels like to be an actor. When you decide that you want to be an actor, you essentially forfeit your right to be a human being. Ever since I decided to be an actor, that was the instant that I became a performer, and the rest of life has become a performance. You lose the right to make mistakes, to not be good enough. Actors are looked at, especially celebrities, are looked at as these people who had the answers, the ideal person, and they have to have all the answers. That's not really what I want to talk about in this video. What I want to talk about is, as an actor, essentially you're constantly told that you're not good enough. You walk into an audition, you do your best, you walk out, and you never hear from that person again, and that's them saying, Danny Irizarry, you're not good enough. Your name here, you're not good enough. And that's not what they mean to say, and that's not what you should take away from it, but that's what it feels like. And you're constantly told that you're not enough, you're not what people are looking for. And all this stems from when the trailer for the movie It came out. The 2017 remake for the movie It came out. And then this video was really, what really inspired me to make this video was I just recently saw the trailer for A Wrinkle in Time. And I'm going to be completely honest about what it's like to see that, because I auditioned for roles in both of those films. And normally you audition for a project and you don't get it and you forget about it and it makes no difference. But when you have the opportunity to audition for a major blockbuster film like that, it's easy to forget about it because you never know how big the project is going to be. But then you open up Facebook and there are people freaking out about this new trailer that you auditioned for, and you didn't get the part. And you lost your opportunity to act with minor celebrities and to be on the big screen. And you look at the person that they cast, and it's you. I look at the person that they cast, and he's me. He looks like me. He performs the way that I would have performed it. At least I imagine performing it in my head. But it's them saying, Danny Irizarry, we didn't want you. We just wanted someone who looked like you and acted like you, but you weren't good enough. And I opened up Facebook and I saw that trailer and I was angry. I've never gotten angry about a role before. I've never gotten angry about missing a role. You know, you audition for hundreds of commercials, thousands of commercials in your lifetime. I've gone on thousands of auditions. And if it's for a commercial, you never see it again, unless you go and look it up, and that's just masochistic. I mean, going and looking up a role that you missed doesn't do you any good. But when it then shoves itself in your face, and you see that the person they cast looks like you and acts like you, that's really hard. Same with A Wrinkle in Time. I was in the theater going to see a new Star Wars film, and the trailer for A Wrinkle in Time comes up, and I believe my audition for that project is on YouTube, and if it is, the link's in the description. And to have auditioned for that and not to then just be able to forget about it and move on is the hardest thing as an actor, because it feels like someone's walking up to you, slapping you in the face and saying, your name here, you're not good enough. And that's how you live your life. Now, I guess what I have to say is you can't focus on that. And I'm not in a position where I'm at all well educated enough or well experienced enough to give advice. But what I learned from that, as hard as it is, I wouldn't give up that feeling. I've broken down and cried because I feel like I lost my chance twice. 2 times. I lost my chance to act next to Zachary Galifianakis, who's in A Wrinkle in Time, and I'm sitting here making a video for YouTube in my basement. And I feel like I'm not good enough. But I also want to say that needs to be what drives us as actors. That's what pushes us forward. Where others might give up and say, I'm not good enough, so I'm just going to stop. That's where you need to keep going. I didn't do good enough. I didn't do well enough, so I'm going to push harder. I'm going to try harder. And the thing is that it's not your fault. It's not my fault that they didn't cast me. Sometimes you walk into an audition room and the casting director has already dismissed you because you look like their 3rd grade sweetheart that broke their heart. And that's just the reason that you're not cast. But also, if you don't have to be an actor, don't be an actor. If you sit down and you don't have monologues flowing out of you and worlds creating themselves in your heads and new characters just embodying, you start to embody different people. Don't be an actor, because it'll tear you apart. It'll tear anyone apart if they don't have family and friends and a support group that will encourage them and tell them that they are good enough. You see those projects and it feels like a slap in the face. You see those opportunities that have just slipped through your fingers and you've lost them and you feel like you're not good enough. So don't be an actor unless you have to be, unless you can't do anything to stop it. And then that being said, if you've had that feeling of failure, of loss, if you've broken down and cried because you feel like your opportunity slipped through your fingers, consider yourself lucky, because you have something to fight against. You have something to fight for. If it's always been easy for you and always been a walk in the park, then you don't have anything to drive you to be better, to drive you forward, to drive you and push you to be the best actor that you can be. So I want this to be a totally honest and real video. I'm always behind a mask, always behind a lens of a camera, behind a screen, behind a face of makeup. I'm always portraying a different version of myself. Very rarely do people actually get to see the real Danny Irizarry. So don't be like that. That's hard. But a lot of the time that's what you end up finding yourself. That's how you end up feeling as an actor. So I guess the 3 points of all of this, just of this honest ramble, is that 1, it hurts. It hurts to lose those roles. It hurts to see those opportunities drift away. 2, if you felt that hurt, consider yourself lucky, because you have something to fight for. And 3, if you don't have to be an actor, don't be an actor. And the 4th thing is, I believe in you. I believe that if you have the opportunity to work harder, to push yourself harder, you will take it, and I dare you to take it. So find those people that you can be honest with. Find those people that you can say, hey, this was hard. And then find those people that will make you better for it. Maybe I'm the only one who feels like this. Maybe I'm the only one who's broken down and cried because they feel like they blew it. But if you're out there and you've done the same thing, know that you're not alone. And that we can do it together. So, if you made it to the end of this video, thank you for watching and letting me be honest. And I hope that this gave you a different view of acting. Thanks for watching. Danny out.